everyone, it's Gardner Heather, and today I want us to look at our garden since it snowed. So when the garden snowed, it was all covered in white, and now some of our plants might look a little different. I would like you to tell me if these plants are alive, thumbs up, or if these plants look dead, thumbs down. Let's go take a look. Let's enter the garden and let's look around, just take a glance at how things look in general as we scan the garden. What colors do you see? What do the plants look like right now? And now we're going to walk over to the left over here. We're going to investigate these beds. So here we have some mizuna growing. How does this mizuna look after the storm? Is it healthy and green, or does it look unhealthy? Let's zoom in and take a look at some. How do those leaves look to you? Healthy or unhealthy? And let's go right over here to the mint on our rotten log. If we look at the mint, how does the mint look? Is it healthy or unhealthy? And if we look over here, I had this bed covered in plastic. Do you think the snow fell on this bed? Over here we have some turnips. Do these turnips look healthy or unhealthy? Let's take a closer look. Look at these leaves. What color are they? Do they look strong, or do they look like they're falling down? Now we're going to go to the middle of our garden. Let's take a look at this bed over here. There's so much going on in our pollinating bed. So how are things looking over here? Do they look healthy? Do they look unhealthy? Let's take a closer look at some of these plants. If we zoom in a little, what is the color of the leaves? And what does that tell you about the plant right now? If we look over here, we look at some different leaves. How are these leaves doing? What color are they? Do they look healthy or unhealthy? Now we're going to turn around. We're going to look at our tomato plants. How do our tomato plants look after the snow? Healthy or unhealthy? And if we go right next door, we have our tomatillo plants. How do they look? You even might have drawn a picture of these before. Do they look the same or different? Healthy or unhealthy? And here we're going to keep going back in our garden. Another bed covered in plastic. I wonder why Gardner Heather is covering beds in plastic now. I'm curious why you think I'm covering these beds. So let's look at these plants up close. We have our beets here. How do they look? Healthy, unhealthy, somewhere in between? And on the other side, we have our radishes. How are our radishes looking? Are they looking red and big with green leaves? Or are they looking like they're wilting and rotting away? What do you think? If we go over here, we have our okra. How is our okra looking? Is it looking healthy? Or is it looking unhealthy? If we look here, we still have an okra pod left. Would you want to eat this? Does it look yummy? Or does it look like it's rotting? If we go further back, we have our milkweed. It looks like our milkweed lost all of its leaves. Are these looking healthy or unhealthy? And I'm curious, what's happening to our seed pods? Remember, we looked at one earlier. If we take a look here, what's happening? What color is this? I feel it, it still feels a little soft, but it feels a little more crunchy now. Do you think that this plant is going to make it through the winter, or do you think it's having a hard time? We look over here, we have our carrots. Getting ready for carrot day. If we take a closer look, are carrots looking healthy or unhealthy? What color are they? Do the leaves and stems stand up on their own? And we come over here. Over here we had tomatoes and eggplant and basil. How are these plants looking after the snowstorm? Healthy or unhealthy? We have a very big green tomato here. And here we have our basil. It used to be green and purple. What color is it now? Does it look like our eggplant plant is gonna make any more vegetables for us? I'm not sure. We looked at a lot of plants in the garden. So now I'm curious, what do you think the snow does to our plants in the garden? Definitely tell me what you think with a voice recording. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Bye, everyone.